Konnichiwa, minasan. Ohisashiburi desu. It's been a while, but I'm still Reina Scully, and I'm here to talk about comedy anime today. Japanese comedy is rather peculiar, as is Japanese culture in general, so I'm actually surprised to see it work in English most of the time. Comedy known as owarai in Japanese comes from the word warau, which means to laugh. Generally, a lot of Japanese comedy is built up from manzai. Manzai is a style of stand-up comedy that consists of two people, think Abbott and Costello, where a double comedy act is performed, where one is the tsukomi or straight man, and the other is the bokeh or funny/silly man. The tsukomi's task is to cut off the bokeh and blatantly point out the misunderstanding that's taking place. How the tsukomi delivers the commentary and berates the bokeh is what determines how funny the act is. The bokeh comes from the word bokeru, which means to be airheaded, and these jokes are predicated on misunderstandings and forgetfulness. A lot of characters in comedy anime represent the manzai relationship, oftentimes switching roles depending on the situation. There are lots of anime genres that help catalyze the humor, like slice of life and parodies. My favorite comedy of all time is Gintama. Every single character plays an integral role in maintaining the joke, and almost all of the episodes have a parody of another anime of some sort in it. It's all done cleverly and cleanly, all the while having lovable, quirky main characters. Other great parody anime include The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, Hayate no Goto, Seitokai no Ichizon, and Lucky Star. Lucky Star also happens to be a slice of life anime, which allows for relatable, hilarious moments. Slice of life generally revolves around school life and a group of friends and their daily lives. Some examples include Nichijo, which literally means daily life, Dashikousei no Nichijo, My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu, Defrag, Sket Dance, and Azumanga Daioh, which is probably one of my all-time favorite slice of life anime. It has great replay value, and I enjoy that the whole story progresses through high school. Speaking of high school, there are lots of other anime that have more ridiculous things happen to students, like The World Only God Knows, Ouran High School Host Club, Baka to Testo Shokanju, and Yamada and the Seven Witches. There's also a subgenre for high school-oriented comedy anime that I personally love, the juvenile delinquent misadventures. Delinquent students also allows for the main character to be the misunderstood badass whose commentary or inner monologue is the tsukomi of the whole show. It's also fun to see delinquents deal with weird situations like having to raise a baby or becoming the greatest teacher on the planet when you're a reformed biker gang leader. Kyokara Orewa is one of my favorites. Mitsuhashi and Ito's bromance and journey into becoming the biggest rebels Japan has ever seen is worth following. Comedy anime also comes in many forms. There are even some that are under 5 minutes long but still tell an immersive story, like Tonari no Seki-kun and I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying. I even like Orenchi no Furojijo, even though it's about sexy half-sea creature men that fall in love with normal, sexy human anime man and live in BL harmony. It's not even subtle, which is why I like it, I think. Speaking of short stories, let's talk about Yonkoma anime. Yonkoma literally means 4 cells or panels. It's normally associated with Yonkoma manga, where a short story is told within 4 cells of the comic. A lot of Yonkoma manga have been turned into anime. In shows like Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, there's a progressing story that strings all of the single-shot gags together, so you get a lot of fun bits within each episode. Achikochi, Lucky Star, K-On!, Azumanga Daioh, B-Gata HK, and Mangaka-san to Ashistanto-san all started off as Yonkoma manga. Comedy is a huge factor for me in anime, and it's probably my favorite genre. My other favorites include Watamote, what I like to call cringe funny, Mahojin Guru Guru, slightly older but forever hilarious, Fruits Basketto, The Devil is a Part-Timer, Amagi Brilliant Park, My Love Story, Barakamon. Oh, there are so many. That's all I got for comedy anime. Well, that's actually not all true. I could talk forever, so let's keep the conversation going in the comment section below. What are your favorite comedy anime, or what are your favorite parodies or favorite moments? You can tweet them at me as well. Don't forget to check out my channel for more anime and Japanese goodies. And if you want to watch a bunch of anime I mentioned in this episode ad-free, head on over to crunchyroll.com/sfnerd to get your free premium membership trial. Sonja mata ne! Have you ever wondered which anime comes from which animation studio in Japan? It's a bit tough since there's so many collaborated works, but it's worth knowing enough to name drop a few of the best and most popular ones.
Nintendo, news, what's going on over there?
A lot, apparently, but not the thing that we're looking for. Here's what we got so far.